Well, welcome back. Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Sohn, and this is Composing Live, where we have an up close and personal look at how music is made. Today, we're going to go over the theme from Only Murders in the Building, which is a pretty popular TV show on Hulu and other streaming platforms now, I think. But it's a fun one with Steve Martin, Martin Schwartz, and Selena Gomez. One of my favorite shows so far. As far as the theme, it's composed by Siddartha Khosla, and it's a fun little theme. It's very catchy. You can't once you hear it, you can't get it out of your mind. So I'm going to try to analyze and break it down for you, and we'll try to recreate it from scratch, so to speak. Hey, Sam and Guy, it's good to see you guys. How are you? Hope you're well. Let's go ahead, and what I'll do is I'm going to actually just play a little bit of the sample of this track as a preview to get you going on what to expect. Here we go. Sorry, I had to click on. Okay, so that is what it sounds like. Let's just kind of break down the instrumentation because it is a pretty fascinating one. And by the way, if you guys noticed, I changed my camera angle. I did some extra lighting things, so I hope that'll makes the experience a little bit better. Also, enlarged my video camera just a little more so you can just see everything a little bit better. But yeah, with that being said, it's a lot of fun doing these live streams. I'm always trying to, improve on it little by little, incrementally here. So now what we're going to be doing is talking about the instrumentation. I thought it's a very quirky track overall. So I think that is what adds to the allure of things, and I think that makes it also very special in a sense. What's cool about Nuendo or Cubase is you can actually zoom in, so you can see how my font is relatively big here. What I'm going to do is write down some of the instrumentation. Of course, we have the vocals, and in here, it's kind of doing this voo, maybe ooh kind of thing with the syllables. There's also, sounds like children's choir mixed with some solo things. So that's going to be interesting. I'll actually record myself today singing, and hopefully it goes well with that. There's also this bucket drum type of drum set. So bucket drums with pots. I used to do that actually for 8 years. I used to play on the streets playing bucket drums. So that was really nice to hear that. Actually, what's funny is when you listen to it up close, not when you're just watching in front of the TV. I noticed these little nuances like the bucket drums. I didn't actually realize those bucket drums until I started to listen to it. So that was really refreshing. There's also, I think it's a bass guitar that's fuzzed, fuzzy bass guitar. There is some strummed guitars, acoustic guitars, I should say. And then there's also some woodwinds like flutes, kind of just more of a generic woodwind ensemble, maybe clarinet, maybe oboe, something like that. And then what else? We have here some plucked things, like a plucked solo cello. I've heard at least 2 instances of that, so layers that we'll play around with. What else? I thought there's some synths in here, but maybe it's all acoustic. That's just kind of processed a little bit. So I after listening up close, you're like, oh, okay, this is like an acoustic piece, but it's just process in a way that's very refreshing. So I think that's what we're gonna do. Anything else? Oh, of course. There's one very important component, and that's the piano. The piano is what really drives the pulse of this piece, and it's really high pitched too. So there's that. Anything else I'm missing? Strings. There's a string ensemble. I'll just say string ensemble, and that's about it for now. So let's go off of that. That's really important to keep in mind. I'll refer back to this in the future. And with that, Sam says, I saw the lighting change, didn't notice the angle, I like it. Awesome. All right. Well, cool. Yeah, this is the first time doing this angle thing. I hope you guys are enjoying that and the lighting. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about the piano piece. I kind of transcribed a lot of this ahead of time, but it wasn't too crazy as far as this goes, but this is what it sounds like. Okay, and then let's add that to it, the melody. There we go. There's a melody. You'll see this is in D minor, as it starts at least. And there's like a bass line too that we're missing. Let's add the bass line in actually. Just maybe we'll hear not from the beginning, but from the last part. It looks like this. And then I don't know if you noticed this, but it starts in D minor. But then there's this like ambiguous tonal center thing that's happening where it ends actually in G, and it resolves almost like this is the tonic now. So that's really interesting. And the reason why that works really well is that it goes to a D7 chord here at the very end. D minor and then D minor. Actually, it's actually not D minor, D major, and then D major 7th chord. So that it leads into that G as the tonic after. So I think that was really interesting. There's also really cool arpeggio stuff. Maybe I'll just play that real quick. So like I'll just play the whole thing now. Okay, and that's played by a solo cello or something similar. So solo instrument, pan to the left, which is interesting. So let's go ahead now and add some of these components in, and you know, it's a lot of it could be drag and drop. I think one thing I will do is build out the drum part together from scratch. But let's see, this is the Rickenbacker bass guitar, and basically without it, it sounds like this. It's kind of quiet. I'll put it up just a bit. There you go. Okay, anyways, it's quiet, but once you add the fuzz on here, this is a Guitar Rig Pro, and I just put some kind of distortion on it. I think this is more for like a guitar, but it works really well. Put it down now. Sorry. Okay, so that's the volume. We probably can tone that down a little bit. And it's in, what do you call? It's in mono right now. That's okay. Okay, so it's gonna be somewhere there in terms of volume. Once overall we stack everything on there, let's actually volume match that. I think when I took this WAV file, I have it at Unity, so let's just kind of A/B that real quick. Okay, and this is where it's debatable if this is the right tone. But as far as just getting the volume, I think that is what's more important right now. So let's try to match that. Okay. Interesting. So it sounds a little bit more grovelly, if that's the right word. Let me see if I can do anything about that. Just add a little bit on there. Okay, and let's see if I add a little bit more volume, it gives it more overdrive. Yeah, so that's better. And right now, as you can see, the meter, it's about -10. That might change as time goes on, but let's see how that goes now with the drum. So we're gonna start adding the foundation of this, and besides that driving piano part, what will be good is I have these sampled street bucket ensembles or solo ones, and they're pretty good. This is from Sound Iron. Let's see here. So I think this is a nice middle drum. Of course, that's pretty loud, isn't it? Okay, so if this is kind of like our bass drum, let's see. You can even layer it, something like that, down the road. Maybe I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I can layer that just to give it a little bit more boom to it. So this is like the layered. Anyways, we'll copy and paste that towards the end of that session. So here, let's see. We'll start with that, and let's listen to the drum beat here. Oh, kapu kaka, kapu kaka. Okay, so let's try this idea, and then I need to get a nice rim, like a snare sound. And there's some like glass lids and stuff like that. I think the closest one I can hear is this one, and I might have to change that. I'm not a big fan of that particular sound. Okay, so we might have to do some programming here, or I'll play it really slow. So I'm just gonna slow down the tempo, and let's take that right over there. Okay, so boom. And what's the, okay, so our grid's on eighth notes. This is in like a 6/8 feel. Okay. Okay, and let's move those drums. Okay, I don't think that drum beat's the correct thing, but that's a good starting point. So, starting point. Okay, do 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 cut cut double cut, bu 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 cut cut double cut. Da 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 cut cut. Just gotta push this over. Bu 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 cut cut, bu 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 cut cut couple cut. So I don't think there's a note there. Okay. All right. Something like that. Okay, so we got that, and this is actually a slower tempo. Let me. I'm just thinking if I should quantize these, or hard quantize. Okay, so let's go like this and hear that sound. Okay. All right. So now what we're gonna do is assign this drum to something else eventually, but just for the sake of simplicity, it's easier to just have it all in one place. But eventually, what I would do is take that sound and maybe move it into one of these guys. I just loaded in all the patches. Not, it's been a while since I composed with this. So we're gonna have to figure this out. So something like that, or let's move it around and see if there's other ones. So there's two kits. There's like a garage one and a bedroom. So that's nice. That actually sounds more like a snare to me. And then you just add this with the other one. Something like that is the feel. Let's listen to how the original recording sounds. Okay. So it's more the miking is like closer and it's a little bit more high pitched. So we're not quite at that pitch. It's kind of like that, but not really at the same time. So let's see what else we have here. And the Mega Mixer, I'm always trying to figure out. I think this is just like a custom kit you can make. So on this one, let's see what it does. We'll go over here. There's like a certain crack that I'm trying to hear, like crack. Let's go over to this one real quick. So this is the other one. Okay. So close. We'll actually come back to that one too. That's nice to have that. There is something missing from the tone I'm trying to look for. So what I'll do is pull up one other idea. This is from Cinesamples. It's actually a free library, and it's also bucket drum samples. So let's see if I can go find the good old Cinesamples one as well. Cinesamples, yeah. So it's called Jam Bucket. Let's see. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at that. This is a lot of room tone though. So I don't know if this would work actually. But let's see if there's that snare I'm looking for. It's kind of like that, but I wish it was mic'd a little bit closer. Something like that. Anywho, well, I tried. So we'll just make that work with what the samples we have. I'll put this down here. Okay, so if anything, we could maybe make this work and pitch it a certain way. Let's see if we can pitch it. It could be like that, just a little bit higher pitch. But man, there's a certain crack when you hit with the drumstick on the edge of the rim on the like a 5-gallon bucket. There's like a special crack that I'm trying to hear, and it's not quite the sound I'm looking for. Anyways, I think we'll make that work. Yeah, okay. So anyways, let's go back to the drums and fill this in. Okay, so as this is going, there's also like a tinny sound. Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot. Okay, so going off of that, let's see if I can find it. Okay. So I think this goes opposite of what the snare did. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so I think there's... There you go. So I think that's about right. It's not really that sound either, but that's okay. You can go crazy with this. Spend all day finding the right sound. Let's just do that for now. And now I'll kind of vary it a little bit. Okay, something like that, or even change this last one. Okay, so there is your little intro, and then what do we got after that? Okay. Hey, Kyodan, long time no see. He's saying put on a low pass to take out some of that room. Are you talking about for the one you just heard, or for that Cinesamples one? Let's see here. Yeah. We'll put some reverb on there as well. I think I know what you mean with that, but that's okay. Let's just keep this going. I need to listen to the drum beat here. Do cut. Okay, so I hear this. I hear do, and then I hear cut. Oops. Oh, there you go. All the reds. Kyodan, the Cinesamples one. Yeah. That's it's kind of a lost cause, I feel. That one, the sample is just, it's too roomy. There's not, since it's a free library, there isn't really customability. You could use a envelope shaper and take out some of that, or transient shaper as well. But let's just see what we could do with this. So we have this. Okay, I think I remember. So then you have this guy going something like this. Let's do that. And then there's like a more of a tinny sound, something like that. And then you do it again, except on the second time, it's doing this. And I think there's a... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just doing that, alternating, dot, dot, dot. Okay. You could put a little kick on there too, why not? So, let's go back. Okay, so right here, we kind of do this thing again. So you do something like that. That's what I thought, but maybe not. It's alternating in between. Something like that. I'm not sure if this one should be there or not. Okay. Now let's just bring that down. Okay, good. So let's see how far, how that sounds so far. So I'm going to take this, like I said before, I'm just going to layer with another type of thing. That way you have a little bit more power. And then same thing, we're gonna layer this one as well. So this guy can go down here. And this is just a proof of concept now. We're gonna go okay. So now it's a little bit more in your face. So I think this one could go a little quieter. Good. Okay. All right. Now let's listen to this garage ensemble again. And I'm thinking, you know, the high pitch stuff. I'm going to play around with this up top. Do I have these sounds? Hello. Oh, there you go. I'm way up on the keyboard. That's why. I think this might sound a little bit better than the bedroom one. Maybe it just rings more. So what I'll do is let's take the parts that I had here. Maybe I'll mute it. And let's take this and push it over here. And it's an octave lower for some reason. Let's see here. Oh yeah, this is nice. This brings me back to those days. Okay, so this one should be, well, it's actually in the right spot already. So this one should go down here. Okay. And let's bring some of this down. So we want a healthy snare presence, but these guys need to be quieter. Okay, let's see how that sounds. Okay. Let's do something like that. Okay. And then there should be some round robins on those, you know, same samples is what I'm trying to say. So with that, let's do a little bit of ambience here as well. Just give it some room. I'm not sure if these sends will be the best, but this is a starting point. Okay, so what we need to do here is, I don't think we need a large hall. I think we need to make it a little smaller. Something like a plate. Snare hall. I think a room or a plate would be better. Let's look at a live or large wooden room. And then let's make sure the pre-delay isn't really that high. Something like that. It actually sounds okay. Let me do one more idea. Let's try a plate this time. Drum plate maybe. That sounds okay. It sounds a little bit synthetic, but once you add the rest in, it actually might sound better. Here is exciting snare. Bring it up just a bit. Try again. I kind of like that one too. I think that one might be it. I can A-B this. So let's go back to the first one. Let's try the room again with this time, yeah, large wooden room or fat snare room. Ooh, let's try that. Okay, this is the fat snare room. And then here's the other one. The preset name doesn't change with it, but that was the exciting snare drum. I kind of like both, but maybe I'll stick with this one because I just know that my ears tend to gravitate towards the drier, and then I actually I tend to regret it afterwards. So I'll go with the wetter, and then let's see here. Okay, so this second half actually sounds a little different. Okay. So sorry. There's actually one little thing I'm going to change here. So it gets confusing because now we're trying to find the right stuff. I think that's just one. It sounded something like that. Okay. Let's look at the second half. Oops. Okay. Similar. I think what happens is the first half of that second half is a little different. So I'm just going to copy and paste this and then go over here, and it does this thing that happened before, like putting this here. Something like that, or let's see if I heard that wrong. Dun. Okay, and that one is similar, except it's not going that, if that makes sense. Oh, okay. All right, let's hear that drum beat again. Okay. And I think it's safe to say this last half, once we get that, we could just copy that to the next half, or to the next A section. So let's listen to this. Interesting. There's something else. It almost sounds like there's clapping here too. Anyways, no, it's a lot busier here on this section. Okay, so let's build this from scratch. The bass drum will be the same. Except it's every other, I think. So something like that. Let's listen again. And then I think there's just a little hit like right before the kick. I mean the snare. Same thing here probably. Okay, let's listen to the top half. Okay. All right. So then what we need to do is take I think what am I trying to do here? Well, first off, we need to take some of this stuff over. I say build it from scratch, but I'm basically rearranging things. Okay, let's mute this. And I think here I lost my memory here of this beat. Boom, cut. Okay, boom, cut. So we need to put these notes. Oh, hello. Let's try that again. Right here. And then I think this one is a little different. Boom, cut, 1, 2, cut, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, cut. Okay, I think it starts here on the after 3. Oh no. Okay, so it's not there. That's what it is. Okay. I'm going to see if I can get a more of a crack. See, that one has a crack, but it's just so high pitched. So let me see if I can re-evaluate that. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, that's even better. That's the crack we want. So let's move all of that right over there. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so okay, and we're gonna have to bring this down. I should probably do it in the CC7 data. So let's go ahead and just delete that. Should I just glue this at this point? Yeah. Okay, so let's bring this down. There you go. Okay, good. And let's just keep going. So what I'm hearing here is the snare is set. What we can double, though, is this sound over to where the snare that I'm layering is. Except I forget which line that was now. Okay, that was on A sharp 2. Oops. One more. Okay, so we have that. We have the bass, the kick. We have the snare. Let's just listen for the bells or the high-pitched stuff. Man. Dun. Okay. It's similar to something we had earlier. So is it dun? 1, 2, dun right here. So we'll just do that one. Oh yeah. So we'll keep that there. I'm not sure about this one. We could do that, I guess. Yeah, so that alternates. That's good. I think I like that better now. I'm hearing this more and more. So let's move these guys around a little bit. At the end of the beats is where we're changing this. So I'm not sure how the beginning was again. Yeah, so it's a little bit higher pitched. Oops. Yeah. Okay. We can put a little bit of crescendo on there. Okay, good. And then one other thing is there's this kind of ringy, yeah, something like that. Almost like a hi-hat. Let's see what else sounds we can find that's similar. So this one I might use a different one altogether. It's so dry. It needs to be a little more wet, and I think here is where we can kind of venture off on a different library. So let's go ahead and double this. I'm going to use another sound iron library. It's called Anti-Drum. So Anti-Drum is a really cool library. I use this all the time when I'm doing like quirky stuff. So let's see. We have Anti-Drum Machine. Anti-Drum Machine is what it's called. It used to be like Anti-Drum 1, Anti-Drum 2, and then they combined it all. So which one is it? I'm not sure. Maybe we can just find Ensemble Metal. We need kind of like a hi-hatty, ringy sound. Like something like this. That's perfect, actually. A little deeper, but I think this actually works pretty well. Should we try that? Here we go. Okay, so there we go. Easy. So now we just gotta balance that. So let's go about here. Good. The velocities are pretty mellow, are steady. So we have that, and I think we got that drum beat. So what we're going to do is we're going to just glue this together. Okay, so this is our combined drum piece. Okay, let's just double check and make sure that's what's happening with that extra component there. And there's one. Ba-bum. Okay, so there's just an extra, and this is a little more rattly. I don't know. To me, it's kind of cool. It doesn't have to be exactly. I guess we'll just do the same one. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. And what's cool about the anti-drum machine is, let me do this too. I'll zoom in a little bit. How do I do that again? Like this, right? Oh yeah, okay. So what you can see over here is it does have a way to make it dry. And I was pretty impressed by that. If this is the one I'm remembering. I just remember there's like a release time and it actually sounds pretty good. But is it filter? Let's see. Maybe it's not this one particularly, but on some of these they have like a release and I was just like, whoa. And it just sounds super dry. Oh, it's right here. Okay, so let's find that sound again. Right there. Let's see if we can put some of that release down. It's a little bit drier. Yeah. I mean, it's not quite the same, but I think this will help. Okay, good. All right, so that one's called the Metal Ensemble. Whoops. And let me zoom out. Metal Ensemble. Okay, perfect. Now we can move on to some other things. We got the piano line, so just to practice, you have I gotta think about oh yeah. I kind of was practicing it wrong earlier, and I'm used to the other way now. But so after here it goes. So let me try that. So you go. Okay, good. So that's the idea there. I don't know if I'll re-record that in, just because of the sake of time. I would like to finish by today. So that's the sound that we're trying to get going here. And then what I'm going to use is Alicia Keys' Small Studio Audience. This is something I put in earlier. There are certain moments of this that I felt was a little off. Yeah, it's just a feel. So what I'll do is, I think I know how to fix that on a more gradual basis. Let's move this forward just a bit. Keep hitting wrong notes. Okay, so let's hear how that sounds with the drums. Good. Okay. So that's the first half. When I say first half, it's probably like a first third more so, because this repeats 3 times. So we have that. There's also the vocals. Is there any other components here that we're missing? We got the bass line. Oh, there's this guy. Let's try that and then record my vocals. So here we have. Yeah, so it's a little higher. This one's actually from Ink Audio. Ink Audio is really cool. They make just quirky libraries. This is from the Amateur Orchestra. And what I'll do is we'll put, I don't know, maybe I'll reopen this back up for a second. Let's just zoom in again. And over here, there's some kind of tape thing. I'm not sure what this does. But maybe we detune it a little more. And add some room. I think that's what that means, room tone. Oh, like convolution reverb maybe. Okay, yeah, that's good. I'm not sure what the tape did. Puts a little saturation on it. Okay, that's good. And then just a little reverb on top of that, I think is all you need. So that's this right here. Okay, good. And then maybe a too much reverb there. Oh, I usually have in a hall setting, but I think this one warrants a smaller type of reverb. Maybe that. Good. Okay, and then let's see, what is there anything else I could do? One thing I noticed is this was panned to the left. Listen to the original. So and this is probably Siddartha Khosla probably playing it himself. I'm assuming. Probably cello or something similar, and so it's, you know, I'm assuming he recorded a lot of this stuff himself. Like maybe he played on the bucket drums. It's really fun. Recording stuff is a lot more custom, a lot more special than working with samples, of course. So, but you know, you need the room, you need the instruments, you need a lot of time to edit them and all that stuff, and record them, of course. But anyways, and let's put a little bit of brightness to that. Okay. All right, so that's that. I think we can now move on to the vocals. So before I actually record myself, I should also load in some vocals. I just realized I didn't do that. So let's go and load in maybe this one, just as a starting point. This is from 8DO. It's a Liberis Choir Legato. It's a choir one, so I'm not sure how that will sound. Let's also do this one here. Oh, this is O. Let's see. Let's open a custom Omnisphere. And let's do... Oh, you know what? I'm not opposed to the Omnisphere. I'll load it in. I had another thought. If Sam's watching, you mentioned there was a new library by Audio Imperia called Glade. I think there's a boy soloist in there, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll load that in as well. So this one's it's the boy choir, Vienna boy, something like that, boys. And let's find the ooh on this first. This is like a marcato. And we need a soloist as well. So not the choir, boy soloist, ah, oh, ah. I guess there's no soloist with the ooh, because that's what we need, ooh. Okay. Well, let's move on then. If we don't have that, let's disable that one. Let's go to a new sample. We'll open up. I think contact 8 has to load in for this Glade thing. There are 2 boys for you to choose from. Awesome. Thanks, man. So let's go ahead and open that. Let's call it Glade, right? And this is where I don't have this the studio version. This is where maybe that would have been better to have a solo with a close mic for something like this. But let's hear how it sounds. Give it a chance. So we have this is a layered type of library. Let me make this bigger. Okay. So over here we have 2. Let me just see how this works. Yeah. Make your own. Oh, that's nice. Let's do that. Let's start from scratch. Let's take out, I think if you do this, this is the volume. So let's go to here. Assign layers, sustain. Okay. So now we're at the solo Ben and solo Peter. So we probably want legato. Ooh, there's a O. Is this ooh or O? Sounds like ooh. Except I'm not sure if I loaded that in. Let's try again. Okay, and let's see what else is happening here. So let's take this off. Let's take this off. Let's take this off. There you go. Okay, now we have everything that I want set up. There's a lot going on. Okay, so this is a very delicate voice, I would say. Glade Ben. Let's listen to the other one real quick. I duplicated. Is it? Yeah, it's duplicating right now. Give it a second. So this one, I forget the name now already, but let's look at that now. Peter. Okay, so this one's Peter. It's kind of quiet. Let's go ahead and bring that up. Maybe on both of these. And let's add some reverb. You could even do both at the same time. That might actually be nice. Here's the Ben by himself. That's nice. Let's put Peter and Ben together. Let's listen or look at the notes here. There's also like a little pickup. Okay. That's nice. Here's a choir. Let's change the. Let's change that articulation. And if you were to add that all together, that sounds pretty good. So let's just bring it up just a little more. So that's sort of the idea there. We can make it a little bigger by adding more volume, but also, I'm just thinking here, maybe on the vocals patch, itself. Maybe we do some saturation, just bring it up a bit. This does both. This brings up the volume and adds a little saturation. Nice. Okay. All right. So I have a suspicion Selena Gomez sings on this, just because she's a great singer and is a star of the show. So my assumption, I didn't do any research on this piece, but my assumption is she sang on it. So yeah. Anyways, but I also hear like a boys choir sound here, so either one would work. And then I think the last piece is I feel like Siddartha also sings on this because I hear like a deeper voice. If you listen close, I'll play it for you. Right there. Did you hear that? I think I have a feeling that's him. That's Siddartha singing that. So, and he's layering that on top of everything else. So I'm gonna do that same thing. Let me try that. Let me let me try that again. I have to put a little more energy to it. And then also there's a little crescendo thing I have to add. I just remembered. Okay, here we go. Let's try a few takes. I need to warm up here. Let's try again. Okay, a little crescendo at the end. All right. But I didn't hurt your ears that too much there. Okay, let's put a little bit of a some processing. Okay, that's kind of loud. I know that my voice is probably really loud in the monitors there, so I'm gonna bring that down. I'm not clipping, am I? And then I'll do some auto tuning and fix that up a little bit. Lila, she's laughing, I think. Okay, so we have this, and then put a little bit of saturation on that as well. I'm gonna let's see what Devil Lock does. If I did a little bit of Devil Lock on there. Okay. Huh. I don't know if that's the best plugin for something like this. Let me do a couple things actually. Let's do compressor on my voice, and then put the saturation before the reverb, and let's put a little bit more. Okay. So there's a little bit of stuff there. I'm not digging this so much. Let's see if I can try a different one. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything here that would work. I think more so than anything is just tuning my vocals. Um, let's see. I'm curious what this would do. This is like another saturation thing. I could put a RC20 on there. That'd be kind of fun. Let's try this one first. Okay. This isn't really doing much, but let's try one other thing here. Let's do the RC20. I think this one would do a lot more to the effect. And let's see how this would sound. Okay. All right. Now that we're getting all these instruments in, I'm gonna start mixing a little bit. Okay. All right. So we'll call this Josh Vocals. Why am I doing this? Why not? I think it's fun to just add your own elements in here. Okay, why not just add some personal touch with that, and then on top of that, let's just tune this real quick. So you do some very audio, and let's see how this sounds. So we have, we could. I might sing well enough to just kind of do a quick, what do you call, correct the pitch. I think it's like more of like a quantize the pitch. So it has to change a little bit quicker. Oh, is it A? It's A, and then it goes to G. Okay, let me try that again. Let's go to. It's A, right? Yeah, it's A. This can get a little dicey if you don't know what you're doing. Right there. That's a little bit better. Okay. All right. So that's one section. Let's listen to the whole thing. Okay. And then on this note that I just corrected, what I need to do is bring that down. There you go. And let's straighten that a little bit. Okay. And then somewhere right here, I need to go up just a bit and straighten that. Let's straighten that a little bit too. I'm not the best singer, obviously, but it's anything to. I mean, if you have a decent pitch, you can do a little bit with this to make it a little bit more bearable, but also presentable too. So as you can hear, I dipped down a little bit, and it's a little strong, so that we can bring down the volume. Good. And then honestly, if I like that one, I could just take that really and just put it into the next one. That's one option as well. Although this one has to be on the right spot. So let's go ahead and do that. And I might just copy and paste this one like so. Okay. All right. I think with everything else, it'll sound pretty good. Let's try that. The kick bucket drum is a little loud. Okay. All right. So let's add this next part in. Maybe what I'll do on this choir is do just another take of this. What's the best way to do that? Let's just go into merge mode. Oh, for some reason. Also, I upgraded a new Undo 14 recently, and this kind of messed up my presets here, so I just gotta make sure I'm in the right stuff. Yeah, that's weird. These are little things, and nitpicky stuff that bother me. Instrument tracks, interesting. Well, anyways, if I stretch this out, okay, that's better. There we go. Okay. Okay, and for some reason that didn't record the other guys. First mistake. So on this part, I need to redo. Da-da-da. Let me just see this last part here. Okay. Okay, all right. So, put some variety in our choir. And then let's see what else we can do here. For the drums, I'm just gonna copy and paste that for now. But as far as the ending goes, I'm not sure. So it's safe to just do something like this for now. And then we can reevaluate if we have enough time. Okay, so there you go. Let's clean this up a little bit. Wow. Yeah. As I hear it more, I'm like, huh. Some bad notes. I think it's that round right there. Let's go and fix that over here too. It should be a G, not an F sharp. And I didn't actually do this one yet, huh? I didn't fix this at all. So let's do that real quick. Should be E. Yep. Let's fix that. A lot of this is just getting it to a little bit flatter tone. Yeah, I guess I'm getting sharp there, so I'll make it. Yeah, so this one I can actually stretch over. I could also stretch these guys because I'm rushing a little bit. And this one is very flat, so let's bring that up. Oh, that's 100%. Let's not go 100%. Okay, good. All right, so I got my vocals, I got the choir. Let's keep going to the next part now. The next part would be just lining up the A section, the second A section. There's strings, there's going to be this. So I'll add it together. They're playing the same notes, I think, at some point. Okay, anyways, that's the line. We can add that in now. So let's go ahead and go with that. This is the, I think it's a solo cello. It could be also a viola, but I don't have a solo cello up. Let's go ahead and just do that first. Let's just load in all these guys. Let's do these two for now. Actually, these three. All right. So as the choir plays, we have this part doing this. Good. All right, and it's just a little bit behind the beat with the choir. Timing is a little different. So what I'll do is I'll play with it. Okay. I'll try again. Okay, this is my little cheat sheet. That one doesn't move as fast, so let me change that. Okay, here you go. Do-do, isn't do-do. Let's listen to the recording. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is wrong. I have it like this. It's more like that. Okay, let's try again. One more time. There's also this note that needs to move to B. One more time. Okay, good. All right, so there's that. I can delete that now. There's some strings or something, some pads also playing here, as you can hear in the recording. It starts to fill up. So there's some high strings. Before we go and transcribe that part, let's just add this in. This is something I heard earlier today. Yeah, this works. And it's another, I think, layered solo cello that either Siddartha is playing, Siddartha Khosla, or someone he hired, I'm not sure. Or it could just be this Tina Guo or something similar, like a sampled cello here. So it could be, you know, it's a bit wet in terms of the room tone. I'm just thinking if this might be better. So this is a CSS solo cello. For short sounds, this would actually be pretty good. So let's try adding this in. Let's try that one. That's cool. Okay, so that might work. That's kind of the sound. Let's try that with the Tina Guo solo cello 2 and see if that sounds any better. I actually like that better. So let's go ahead and stick with the Tina Guo stuff. And then that plays again on the second half here, so I'll just copy that over, make it easy. Anyways, it sounds great. Is it too loud? Make it go just a singe quieter. Okay. All right. So now let's go to some other things that I'm missing from my transcription, and that is the string pad stuff that's happening here. Sam is mentioning I heard singing a backing choir with the VST helps it a lot with the realism, but I've never tried it. Recent matter has been realized, and I must leave for the night. Oh, okay. Well, have a great night, Sam. Thanks for watching. So we have here the next thing is the pad, as I mentioned. Okay, so let's listen to the recording. It's in the background. It's hard to hear audible notes. I mean, I hear that tremolo. And if we're to do that, what's the best one for that? So you got a little F there. Something around there. Oh, I don't think it recorded. Let's listen to the recording though. So that thing is kind of its own character. Maybe we just do that. Here, 2, 3, 4, 1. Oh, let's try it. A little quieter though. Has to be a lot quieter, huh? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, so there's that thing. We'll keep that there, and then there's an ensemble strings. Maybe we just do an easy one and do an ensemble patch. Okay, so what is it that we're doing? My first off, we're in a D minor. So let me maybe just make up some chords here. Okay, let's just do that. Let's go a little louder. Let's listen to that. Good. I'm not using any piano pedaling here. It's just so sometimes when I switch notes, it's not sustaining as long as I would want it to. I think that's good. Okay, just some overlap. Make it easy. And this, it's there. It's a little too dry and what do you call? Too intimate now. So what do we do on that? I think we can maybe put it in an ensemble violin. Maybe we layer it both. So make this quieter. Okay. Okay. Although I feel like there's a bad note here. Oh, it's the strings, huh? It should be F sharp for the D major chord, because this is basically the same thing over and over. Chords are D minor, C G, D minor, C G, and then it goes to like a G minor chord, but maybe technically it's one of these guys. It's E diminished 7 flat 5 chord with a D on the bottom. So that's some music theory for you. But yeah, that's what makes it the G minor work for that chord. And then D major is really interesting too, how it resolves to D major, but then it goes back to D minor. So there's that. I think for the most part we got it. There's some kind of mixing involved with the drums. I feel like the drums are pretty nice and loud, and then it purposely goes down in volume, maybe so that other things can pop through. So maybe what I'll do is just take that down a notch. Good. And this one I'll keep up just a bit. All right. So now we're at the last part of this final section. I think we got most of what we needed on that second section. We'll hear back. The last part, though, is a little trickier because guitars come in at some point. There's also, let's see, what am I missing? I think string melody comes in here. So maybe we'll start there. So we have something like this. Okay. Okay. All right, let's try again. So that's the idea. Oops. Pray for it. Sorry, something is off. I'm gonna actually record all of this MIDI data stuff ahead of time. Okay, let's go over here. All right, let's try that again. Yeah, I gotta go outside of it so I can do all three at the same time. There's something weird happening, like there's a stuck note. Why does it do that? Now it's working. Before it wasn't. We'll leave it at that for now. We'll do more of our harmonies, and maybe we bring up one of these an octave higher. I'm not sure, but let's see. Is that how it goes? Let's listen. Okay, we'll add some of that other stuff after. I think. I don't think it's an octave higher. I think it's just like that for now. Okay, so you know, timing wise, is that good? We'll see. Let's just hear that with, let's say, the drums. Hey, Cheyenne's in the house. How's it going, man? Let's see here. Okay, let's listen again. Let's get the timing right. This one's rushing just a bit. Okay, good. And then here, maybe I'm I think I'm dropping down too much, so I'll just shave some of that off. And then this stuff here actually probably should be louder. So, how should I do this? Like that, like this. I need a little bit of these dots so that I can bring them up, so that I can do something like this. Yep, like that. Okay, now I'm not sure if that continues there, because there's some high string stuff. Hey, Kyodan, thanks, man. Thanks for watching. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Hit me up sometime. It'll be good to catch up. All right, so we have this. Something like that. Okay. All right. So we have this, and then strings. Well, more of an ensemble thing would be good. There's also these woodwinds that come in, so let's listen for that real quick. Also, my track's a little bit quieter, so I'm gonna match it to my volume. mastered. Okay, so before anything, I just realized I'm missing the second half of the counter melody, which is, I want to say it's a solo cello, but it could just be also a ensemble cello. Maybe we layer that in as well at some point. So, well, actually, I'll delete that. Maybe I'll do the solo cello layered on this third section. So let's do this. So let's bring this over here. Oops. Let's bring this over here, and I'll have to perform this in real quick. Boom, boom, boom. I see. On this one, I'm going to overwrite them. So this is a little bit wrong. I have to fix my reference notes here. I see what I did wrong. Okay. All right, let's try it again. So we go back here. It should be A, but that is good. I'm gonna do a little crescendo. Something like that. Let's go towards the end of that. Okay. Sounds good. I'm gonna now add that cello ensemble to layer it. So now I'm actually debating if I should perform that in two. I probably should. So let's do that real quick. Let's add this in with this, because this behaves a little bit differently on the keyboard. And I think we need to put something like this in to thicken it. I can't really hear it, for one. Let's just put it together. Like this. Ooh. Okay, and this is just my estimated notes, but I think it does something like that. Da, na, 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 na. Okay, so let's listen back. Yeah, I think that might work. That one's rushing. Also, let's put some vibrato on that. Oh, that sounds way different. Okay. Good. All right, so there's that piece of the puzzle there. Let's add the strings again. This time, maybe I'll go a different route. I don't know if the strings here are going to be any different. It probably will, since now the string melody comes in. So let's just kind of figure that out. Maybe I go beneath it and I'll do something like, oops, something like this with the, yeah. Huh? There you go. Okay, so we need to look at the purple. Something like, let's listen to that with just the strings. Whoa, that sounds weird. I think these might need to be changed a little bit too. So yeah, I have violin 2 playing that part. Anywho, I should probably look at both of these, and the purple, which is right here. Okay, same thing. Okay, all right, that's better. So again, trying to figure out some notes. I mean, we could harmonize it. I just realized that's what the cello's playing, right? It's just an octave lower though. So I don't know if I want to do that either. Maybe we just do some pads again. Something like that. Just doesn't feel right. Let's listen to the recording. So it does move up. Oh yeah, let's put some vibrato on that. Okay, so same thing. just some doubling happening here that I'm not too fond of. So, because I don't want to tread on the melody line, but that's where it's looking like. Let's try again. I'll start here. Oops. Let's try again. We'll change this. Okay. But yeah, that's the idea. I think that sounds better. Let's take out the pedaling. Cool. Okay, that should work in the harmonies. It's more of like a pad thing. Oh, by the way, Cheyenne is asking a question. Which string libraries is that, Josh? It's just a combination of CSS and some solo ones like the Tina Grow, Solo Cello, both of them, both of those 1 and 2. What else? I have this Ink Audio, just like a cello pizzicato thing. All right, so there we go. As far as other things, we need to fill in more stuff. I have a feeling the choir maybe does a little bit more too. So let's listen to the choir. So if we were to do something there, I'm thinking I do have a choir liberis. Let's see. For some reason, it's not going to the other one. Okay, here we go. So maybe we do something similar here with having it harmonize with the cello part. So let's grab this one. Let's go over here. Yep. And then instead of going let's go ooh. Oh, that's O. Ooh. And we'll go octave higher. I think we need something like that in there. Let's also layer that with our Glade. So we have Glade Ben and then Glade Peter, but I'll do the same treatment. Ideally, we would do a legato for that liberis, but I only have a legato and a sus in my template. But this one, this is a instrument track, so I can duplicate these guys. So I'll just call it Peter 1, Peter 2, Ben 1, Ben 2. And let's just quickly change the event names on that. Okay, so let's go here, let's go here. Actually, let's use the other one. Why not? Let's use the Tina Gross solo one that I performed in for these guys. And it should be an octave higher, so let's bring that up as well. Good. Let's bring that down just a bit in the mix. All right, and let's also bring up a lot of other things. Let's see here. I think this needs to be louder. I don't know if this will add much. Let's try it. It does. Okay. We could probably, we could probably start doing the other stuff, but I just want to make sure that sounds full. This one sounds a little weird. I guess it's just the timing or something. Yeah, it's just some of the timing is off. I think I have to do that for these guys too then. Okay. Anyways, there's that. This could probably go a little louder here, somewhere around that. Good. I'm mixing kind of as we're doing this. Let's try that. We're almost there. Let's listen to the other things that are in this recording. I'm sure I'm missing a few things, but we just got to get the overall sound right. So the biggest thing I remember from this track is the woodwinds. Also, there's some claps. Claps are introduced in this section, so we'll add that in with the, I think it's like flute. It reminds me of the imitation game here. So what do we have? I was gonna use maybe this guy. This is an ink audio thing, and I thought it would be fun to just do something that's a little quirky. We could also layer it with our CSW stuff. I think that'd be fun. Let's see. It's got to be short. Maybe staccatissimo. Oh, this one's an octave higher, huh? That's gonna be a problem. What about this one? Oh man, okay. So this stuff I need to go. I'm just gonna modify this real quick. Go negative or 12 higher. Let's try this alto one too. I thought that this would be fun. Oh, so it's negative 12. Negative 12 and negative 12. That should do her with this. Let's see here. Although this one, my key switch is not. Oh, no, it's there. Oh, okay. I'm just in the wrong patch. Okay, so I need to go even more. I need to go like negative 24. Negative 24. Okay, let's layer all these guys now. So this is actually -12. Okay, perfect. This is a little wonky, but this should work the way I was thinking now. Put some reverb on that. So first off, how would it sound with these two layered together? Okay. Okay. This one, it needs to go down more in the mix. There's a little bit of like a phasing happening here. That's interesting. That's okay. I'll just kind of do some EQing there to make that a little different. I think it was right there. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. And I think there's one other note in the beginning. Oh, I see. So this I think here we also have that in here. Okay, this needs to go higher. Good. All right, let's bring the volume down on that. Probably just with the velocity. Let's add this into the mix. Let's try that again. Too quiet. There we go. Okay. Then the other thing is, where is it panned? Oh yeah, so woodwinds come in around here. Oh man. Okay, sorry. This is actually a little bit off. I feel like this needs to go quarter notes. Like this. Like this. Alright, let's hear that. Okay. Yeah, so that's cool. I like this ink audio stuff. It has a lot of character to it. And then I think it just carries over a little bit before. Oh, okay. So this is its own thing. Oh man, this is tricky. Okay, what should I do? What should I do? Let's do this. Let's go flutes. Let's go staccato. Okay, so I'm going to use this as its own thing, and basically we're taking these notes. They might be inverted, but basically taking the piano notes, and I'm going to put it into the flute. Okay, and let's go ahead and quantize those notes a bit more. Okay, so they're on the downbeats. Put that there. Let's go. Okay, and then probably invert that. Okay. Okay, so that's the idea there. I think that would work really well, actually. And then what else doing here, we can just delete. Actually, let's keep that volume. So I'll just delete this instead. And now we can do that. Oh, hello. I'm not sure if it's, or. Okay, and this is panned to the right really hard. I think it's going da-da-da. Oh, sorry. I panned the listen track as well. My bad. Yeah, okay. Right there. All right, let's try it. It's a little rushed on that. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. There we go. Okay, so let's make sure the volume is heard there, is audible. Okay, and let's see what the recording does with the flutes. Yeah, it sounds like it's doing something like that. It's hard to tell, but I think we could do that and then do a little bit of a harmony with it, which this can get messy real fast. So actually, I take that back. Before doing this, what I'll do is I'll just change one of these instead. So like maybe the alto flute. Let's go alto flute smaller. Oops. When I say smaller, I mean lower. So we go like this. Basically, we're inverting a chord. So it's G flat minor, or G minor basically, and then D major, like this. Basically. And it sounds a little funny because this is like a short sample, but it's kind of long actually. Has to be a little more articulate. All right, and what am I hearing that's off? Probably this note. This one is B flat. That's right. There you go. Okay, so we got it. Let's hear how that sounds with everything. It's something like that. Now, all we can do to make that a little bit more exciting is to add one of these guys in here. And I was checking if any of these do anything, like the CC11 data. It doesn't. So it's just, we'll control it with just the CC7 data. Okay, that might be just enough. As far as volume though, can we go a little quieter maybe? Sure. Okay. Awesome. Okay. What else? There's some kind of thing here that's processed. I don't know if that's the mastering doing some weird clipping here with Spotify when I ripped it, but it also could be just a artistic thing with like a chopping of the strings to make it sound like it's dramatically going higher and higher. I don't know what happened there, but I'm not sure if I'll do that for today, just because that's just more of a mixing mastering trick. Well, more of a mixing trick, but anyways, the big thing is see if we can do anything with the drums and the claps that I mentioned earlier. So we'll add some claps, and then there's the ending. Oh, there's a big ending that we have to do. So we'll spend, I don't know, 10 minutes on the claps, and then another 10 minutes on the ending here. So let's see how we do. First off, claps. If anything, I have some that we can load in, so that's going to save us some time. Clap. I got to spell it right. Okay, so there's this one. We could go here and maybe this one. Okay. Turning them on. I like that one for something like this. That's a little bit too grand. So let's try this one. So I'm just not sure what the claps were placed in. There's a lot going on. Okay, man, there's a lot. So first off, let's do this thing where we put it on the downbeats. I'll just kind of do that, even though that's not exactly the sound. Let's listen to the few measures before. Oh, okay. Actually, it is a tonal change. My bad. So let me undo what I just said. We'll put that, what we just did, into the claps. That's the solution. So we'll go like this, like that. And we're just gonna go ahead and expand on that with, okay, we'll do that again. I can't really hear the clap, so that's a problem. Let's move this up in the volume, and then we can pitch it up a little bit too. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, but there's some other claps that I'm hearing too, which gets a little tricky. Okay, so I'm just gonna devise my own rhythm, just because of time, and I have a good idea what we could do here. Let's go a little higher pitch on these ones. Okay, we'll see if that does anything. Maybe lower. Good, okay. And okay. Okay, let me fix that. That's in the wrong spot. There you go. Okay. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, and then maybe here we just add a little bit more excitement with more notes. Okay, all right, so there's our claps. Okay, I'm not sure if we need these. Okay, let's finish this off, shall we? Okay, so there's there's this string thing too, and those flutes are pretty prominent. So maybe I bring that up too. Holy moly! Let's kind of do a crescendo effect here. Okay, anyways, so there's a let's see here. This is probably the hardest part. It was trying to figure out what the string is doing. There's a lot going on here, but we're gonna focus on strings now. It's like a nice stringy slide sound. I don't really have anything like that. You kind of have to just pitch it. I mean, the string contours too does stuff like that, but not like that. So that's unfortunate. You could use a synth, maybe layer that with a synth and pitch down like one of these. I don't think this. Oh, it does kind of pitch down, does it? Let's try that. Actually, so I gotta load this in real quick. As you can see over here, this is my Violin Ensemble patch. On the Violin Ensemble side of things, what I'm going to do is find the tuning on this. And I think I did this. Maybe I didn't do this on this one. Anyways, so there's that. So there is a pitch bend, but I'm not sure how that's programmed in here. Maybe it's in here. Maybe I have to just go into settings. I don't know if there's a way to control the range of that, but it would be nice. It'd be nice to know. Control, intuition. Okay, so here's a sort of pitch instability thing. But that's not quite what we want, and that's not quite what we want. Pitch bend, interesting. Yeah, no, it's nice to have that pitch bend, but it's not enough. Okay, so let's go to this one here. Okay. On that one, I could probably do something, but it does take a second for everything to happen. And I already have stuff on here, so that's the other thing. Man, oh man. So let me just do this. I'm going to go in Contact 7. And I know for a fact that the Contact Factory strings do a pitch bend with different options. So let's do that. Let's go to Contact. It's not the prettiest sound, but for this it might work. So we'll go ahead and do String Ensemble. Let's go ahead and go to Options, and then the pitch bend down is what we're looking for. And let's go up. Right, something like that. So we don't have to go so far. Let's go maybe 5. You know, it's not, yeah, like I said, it's not the prettiest thing, but that might work. It's also very ambient, so let's get rid of some of that. Let's go that much. Let's change the sound a little bit. Let's try like a sforzando sound. Okay, so now we're getting closer to what we are going for. Wow, that's really fast. So this is the Contact Factory strings. We'll do this really quick. Right? It's like something like that. It's really fast like that. And let's add the dynamics. Okay, let's bring that up just a bit. Something like that. Right? And let's keep it going. Okay. Okay. When we go down here, let's just make it more gradual. Let's add a little bit of, let's say, a saturation type thing. Make it a little louder, but also right. I'll add a little more tail to the mix. It's not really tail as much as well, maybe I need to use just a different reverb. Let's do like a plate reverb. Something like that. Okay. Okay. So that's the sound we're looking for. And then you could even layer that with like a synth, but I mean, we don't have the time for that. I'm kind of curious. If you were to do something like that, but I don't know if that sounds good. just sounds like a synth to me, but maybe that's what they're going for. So then we're gonna add the next part. There's this string ensemble. Okay, let's listen one more time. One more time. There's a tremolo there. Okay. Okay. I gotta get the timing right. Oh, sorry. Oh. I see, it's in octaves, okay. Alright, one more time. Okay, so let's get the timing on this. Boom, boom. That's the idea. There's no smearing of sounds here though, so what I'll do is I'll layer this together with the other one. Okay, here we go. Let's add this to here. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Oh, sorry. And then my pitching is still there, isn't it? So let's change that back to where it was. And then this thing is tricky because I have to pitch it down. Does it? I don't think we have enough to go exactly that way. So let's mute this one, and then let's keep those ones. Over here, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna delete these guys. Oh, actually, you know what? Why don't we keep this lower one? But let's bring it down in the mix. Okay. And then what I need to do is change this to an 11th. Okay. Will it sound good? I'm not sure. But basically, you're going to bend that down. And we're going to do that. Okay, same thing. Something like that. Okay, let's get the balancing right. And maybe we have something here. So it's actually more here, isn't it? Sorry. Okay, so we have this string, we have this, and we got this. Let's listen to that just by itself. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Okay, so it's not an 11th, it's a 10th, isn't it? Let's go to a 10th. Here we go. There you go. All right. So that string bend adds a little something there. Okay. Now we're gonna change this sus marcato thing we have here to a tremolo. Maybe I'll just kind of add it right there. All right, there you go. Okay, so the tremolo helps. I might have to do that similar over here. Or not, I don't know. But what I should do, just for good practice, is add this key switch in anyways. And then, yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's add the tremolo on E0. Okay, so that's good. Let's do that over here as well. Okay. Good. So this dun dun maybe needs to go over here more. It's actually pretty loud. It should be really present. Let's bring up this. Okay, again. Good. And then that note, dun dun, is maybe just too loud. Yeah, I guess it's more volume, velocity dependent. Okay, there's also a just one other thing I realized. The choir needs to do this, but it's actually more with my vocals. I think I have to do one little thing. So I'm just gonna record a ascending line where I go do. So I'll go re mi fa re do re mi fa so do re. Okay, let's try this. Oh, I'm actually one measure off. Let me actually use a piano. Okay, this is just an extra layer. I'll just say layer. Man, I really. Oh, there you go. One more time. Okay, there you go. Okay, so that maybe layered with the cello would be nice. Maybe viola. let's just add that in because that's important. Okay, and it should sound something like this. Let's go in front of the beat a bit. It's more like a cello, which is interesting. We can go an octave higher. Let's just try that, and then anything else that would work with all of that I just did. Oh, I see. I recorded that. Okay. The vocals. Okay, so this stuff. This can also do that. Let's go here. We'll go, it's E, and then it goes to F, G, and then A. Okay, we really have to get that to play through, so let's see. Oh, I see. Okay, I think we have everything now. Good, good, good. Same, okay, I think we're good there. That's more or less the sound we need. Okay, one other thing. So this I'm just gonna reinforce it with this marimba that I thought would sound good. So let's try that, and let's just quickly put a little bit of that, and maybe higher. I'm not sure if that's in there, but I thought it would be nice to add something there. Okay, and I think that's a bit rushed. The same thing. Good, good. Good. Only murders in the building. So the last part is just the ending. Okay. Oh, you know, there was a guitar I was gonna mention, huh? Dun, dun, dun. So, really quick. I thought it would be cool to just do a little. That's a little bit fast, but it's basically going. I'll just draw it in. It goes one and so right here. Okay, so it's kind of doing this thing. do it again. And we'll actually kind of bump up the volume there. So also, I don't think this is locked in with here, so I gotta move that. Here we go. Okay, and that helps with the rhythm. Yeah, that's probably a little better with the mix. But the last thing is just a chord. So with the bass, you have a okay, but that's not the right note. And it should be a G. I think it's G. Which, yeah, it should be. Except the bass sounds a little different. That's right. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And then we can fade out the bass a little bit at the end. Sorry. There you go. Okay. All right. So a couple things left is the there's like a harp intro. Okay, so that harp intro ties in with the ending, and the ending also does something similar. And I'd love to add those other things, but man, that just takes a lot of programming. I mean, you could hire someone to do that really quick, but if you were to recreate that, it's a little trickier. So what I would do is, as a supplement or a substitute is doing a mark tree. Or what's that one? It's called a bell tree. Let's look at a bell tree real quick. There you go. So we'll add a little bell tree at the end. Oh, man, they're all really good. I don't know. I think that would probably work the best. Oh, and also that shouldn't be there. Okay, and maybe we do a combination. So like we start like that. There you go. Okay, so there's a sparkly thing there. And then we need a harp. So I do have some cool harp pre-loaded samples. I think this one and also the Opus. Did I delete them? I think I did. Okay, so at least for this one, I have something we could try using. Yeah, something like that. And we have to process this real quick. I kind of like that. So I'm just going to solo this. Okay, great. I love how that crescendos at the end. So what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and do a render. We're going to render this harp, and then we're going to process it a bit. So it sounds like there's like a lot of saturation on it in the recording at least. So I'm going to cut that first part off and just go right to kind of like that. And it starts right around here. Okay, so that sounds good by itself, to be honest. But then they do some more modern type, what do you call it, just production, where you cut it off. So there's not really, I mean, there is probably a small tail, but it just sounds like it's silent afterwards. So you have that, and then a little bit of a saturation. What would be good for this one? I think we could try for this. I don't know if the saturation is the right word, but you kind of just process it and you do something with it. So let's try one of these echo or sound toys, I should say. I'm going to take out some of that bass. Add more treble. Let's do some other things. Maybe add a RC in there. Supercharger, interesting, would be cool. Let's take some of that off. Let's add more wobble. That's kind of interesting. Too bright. Whoa. It's more of a bright sound. Yeah, I'm not sure if any of these would really do. Maybe something like that. That's a little bit of a 8-bit sound. I don't know if that really does much. Because is it really doing an 8-bit? That's interesting. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so let's take out some of that. And then it does a hiss, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing. We just have to automate it. Something like that. All right. All right, let's add more of a saturation. So I think a little bit of a... let's do that devil lock. Just a little like crunch. Boy, hello. That makes it really loud, doesn't it? I don't know if that's the best. Let's actually take this down a notch. Oh. Okay, something like that. I like where this is going. Maybe I added a little too much there. And then the other thing is we want to add a little bit of a kind of a cloud of reverb. So let's just go with our go-to. Super plate would be interesting too, actually. I'll stick with the Valhalla for a second here. So we have this. It's kind of like that. All right. And then towards the end, I'm not sure what you would do different. Maybe just we'll just do another glissando, even though it's not quite accurate. But I think going down would be better. There you go. Oh. There you go. Alright, so that one is a little quiet. So let's bring that up. Okay, a little better. Bring that down a little bit. Okay. All right, I think we're more or less done. With that being said, let's go ahead and showcase this from the top. I'm going to move this little audio clip that I just that I processed into here. So you got my vocals, you got some really fun effects throughout. You got the bucket drums. There's a lot of fun, quirky things in this track that I love. I think we're ready. So if you guys are enjoying what you watch, please do like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Any help goes a long way. Here we go. So this is The Only Murders in the Building. All right. Well, that is all for today, guys. Thank you for watching again, and we will see you next time. Have a great weekend. See ya.